So it's Vital Sunday nights at 7 p.m. with me, Lady Wu. Got my homie who?
Black y'all. Blacks in the
Welcome.
building.
Yeah, welcome. Every Sunday, 7 p.m. in some form or fashion, we are here. We are live after Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. Did you enjoy your
Easter Day.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been packing, so yeah.
I gotta leave, but I gotta go right now.
Yeah.
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 Sometimes you gotta move.
Yeah, it's time to move. It's a shift occurs.
Oh, it's a shift in the
shift.
atmosphere. I'm looking forward to moving something somewhere too. It is the season of newness and regrouping, rebranding, redoing, reigniting. Sorry, jeez.
Oh my God. Thanks,
Yeah, sure. Reigniting, reestablishing, polishing off some things. Spring cleaning, full
Spring
effect.
cleaning.
Full
And spring
effect.
cleaning also means emotionally and mentally
Ooh,
yourself. Spring clean, all of that.
What up, Tony? Antonio Cook. Thanks for checking in. All right. So, yeah, spring cleaning is in full effect. It's been a big week of that, readjusting, doing some things different. This is one of the first full weekend after the Easter holiday where the weather has been perfect all weekend.
It has been really great all weekend.
And
it's been really pretty. That pollen been a fool, though.
Okay, so that part. Now, normally, whenever it is beautiful like this outside, I have to be outside. But this weekend, I did not. And it felt decent. I was going to say it felt amazing. It didn't really feel amazing because I really have this type of energy where if I don't use it, I get crazy. Like, I don't know what to do with it.
I mean, wow. The city get crazy too when it get warm.
All right. I love the city. I love it.
This city.
I share in that same energy with them. So, yeah, about to be out in these
streets. You have Couth, though, so it's different.
Sometimes. Hey, Gregory. Hey there. Welcome in. Ashanti, welcome in, sister. Hello, welcome in. So yeah, come check in. Let us know that you're watching, that you're listening. Tonight we are gonna chat about. Is this the last? No, it's not the last Sunday.
It is.
Oh, it's the last Sunday, April.
It is.
It is. So the final Sunday in the month of April, Financial Literacy Month. We skipped DMR because we were somewhere doing something else. Maybe that was Easter Sunday. Maybe. I don't know.
That was last Sunday, the fourth Sunday. So yeah.
No, that means we missed it the week before. We must have had guests in or something. I think that's when Counselor Smitherman came.
Yeah, we sure did.
So we ain't do it. So we're gonna do it tonight. Really easy though. And we're also waiting on our vital brother to join us.
What's up, Abby George?
Hey. Let's see if I can post that. Hey. Bloop. Yep. So because we missed it and we're wrapping up Financial Literacy Month, Black, have you ever been in a situation where you and a partner of yours invested in something, y'all had a joint savings or checking account, and made some financial moves together? We're going to tie the two in, where it's Financial Literacy Month and DMR.
You see my face?
You've never had a joint account with somebody?
What? Most of these men do not have anything in their names but a Facebook page.
Oh.
So I'm sorry. No, I haven't. I won't even go in further. But yeah. Most of the time it's women bringing the bulk of what's to offer to the table.
I get it. I do get it. But I'm just like, okay, so we are establishing something together. We want to put in on this together. We want this to be ours. We're working toward a goal. You know, this is our bill. Nothing to that effect where we're investing in something together. I trust you enough with our, with our
finances to be able to make decisions. But again, the majority of relationships that I know, the women run it all. They do the setting up. They do the transferring of services. They do the appointments. I need for some fellas to step it up.
Oh, all right. So
what would be nice?
Abby said, good evening, ladies. And Ashanti says, never had a joint account. So it's not unheard of. And I would say when I did have a joint account, it was in my, would have been my second marriage. It was in that relationship. And I was like, we're old enough now to be able to work from this account together. So I'm going to put you on the savings account.
Oh, I was just going to ask you, who set the account up?
I already had it.
You had it.
Yeah.
It wasn't his suggestion to, hey, babe, let's get a joint account together. Let's open up a different one together. No. Oh, okay. So again, moving in on your table that you already have set and just sitting down to eat. That don't work.
Oh, so okay. So basically everybody listening and watching, and I want to hear from some older couples or older partners who've been in situations with people where they felt comfortable being invested financially with someone else. Like, I get it. Once it's there and once people have access to it, I see it on Judge Judy all the time. People end up in court And she's like, so did you do this when you were in a relationship? Is it considered a gift? Well, you can't get it back. You were seeing that person. That being said, if I loan you money while we're dating, you're gonna sign a contract. I don't care if we're in love at that moment or not. When we fall out of love, you're gonna owe me my money still, and I still want every penny of it
I agree. I want all of it back.
with
Everything
interest.
that I invested, you use my card because
Ooh.
most of them don't have their own vehicles.
Black, what is wrong with you?
I'm just being honest. At my dad, I'm being honest. Like we're just gonna be
being honest.
truthful today.
Okay.
Like how many men, eligible men or men that approach you, men's have their own vehicle, have their own home, have a career, have something steady.
The way I feel now, you would have to have some of that, if not all of that. Like you may be in a transitional moment where, like, we just opened up the show saying, "Hey, we're moving," so you may be moving from something to something. I can go with that, but you got to have something. You got to have something that's in your name that you've had that's established, preferably somewhere that I can come and see you and visit you to see how you live.
Right. Not you just coming to my place and seeing how I live, eating up my food, running up my power, and not taking my trash out. I'm sorry.
On a roll, ain't she? Hey, 994-8949 is the number. Just concluding Financial Literacy Awareness Month, April, and tying in DMR, dating, mating, and relating, which we skipped. And that's always a hot show because everybody can relate to some form of interaction with other people. Now, what about friendships? We've been friends over 20 years. I've never loaned you a major lump sum of money.
I don't ask.
But like if I knew you were in the situation,
that's my friend. You just, I'm gonna throw you this.
Yeah, and I would hope that as my friend, if ever I needed it back, you would be in return.
Of course, it wouldn't be no question about it.
So why is it not like that in the other type of relationships?
Because I feel like women who have been friends like us over 20 years value those friendships more than we do than those just fly by night type of, I just met this person, or we Facebook friends, or that type of thing. Now, romantic relationships is what I said. It's like women are being trained to have their own and hold their own down. And I don't know what these little boys are being taught, but I know what I'm going to teach mine. Yeah. No shade on the mothers of these adult boys, but I'm just saying that's just what it is.
You got to have it. You got to have your own.
Like I see so many men who still list their mother as their emergency contact, still on their mother's insurance. Like, how y'all do that? I thought you had to get off at 26.
All right. It's interesting. 994-8949, 994-8949 is the number. My finances with a person that I am engaging with in any kind of way that's special from other people. You're special to me. We are.
Do you regret any of that?
No, because the table was set and I can make it back. But I guess what it is, like investing in people who don't even have enough sense to invest in themselves. Like you, if somebody invests in you, I trust you enough or believe in you enough to give you some money, and you don't even, I don't know, like that doesn't even mean anything to you. You ask for it for a reason, or either you have a business and I think you're using it for that and you don't, then you delay on the payments.
You're ill-raised.
Oh.
You don't appreciate people. You don't value people. You're a bad person. Just answer, you're a bad person. There are a lot of bad people out here. I don't vibe with that. Is that a good person coming in?
That's a good person coming in.
Oh my God. Chop it up with Chuck.
It's a good person coming in.
Chuck, good person.
Hey, let's hug it out.
We're matching today.
Let him get to the mic first. Golly.
That's my friend.
I'm aware. I understand. Either one.
Okay.
Okay.
They're both on and ready. So we were talking about financial literacy. We started with that. We're wrapping that up, financial literacy, and then we skipped DMR, dating, mating, and relating. We skipped it. So we're putting those together.
Good. It's a safe space for me today.
It's a very safe space. Because as Black just said, you're a good person.
Yeah.
I have my moments. Thank you, though.
Right. We have our moments.
People have their opinions about how you interact with them. So if you meet me, if one person meets me and says, "Nah, I don't like her," maybe it's because I didn't want you to like me.
Fair.
Fair. I don't like
if I want you to like me, then you're gonna like me. That's just how it is.
So, okay. Have you ever had a joint account or had your finances joined with somebody that you were involved with?
No.
This is so different to me. Okay, so let me do it.
I've never
this
lived.
way.
You gotta remember, I've never been married. I've never lived with anybody officially.
So that's what it takes for you to have a joint account with someone. It's marriage.
Yeah.
So have you ever seriously dated a woman?
Yes.
Like almost
serious,
married, like serious.
Yeah.
But y'all didn't have.
No. What are you talking about? That's crazy, yo. No.
I
I put a ring on your finger. That's one thing, but you not knowing. No.
So it's after the ring that we join our finances.
Or when we headed, I know that we 100% headed down that path, probably. But yeah, it's we gonna yeah.
See, I'm just wondering. So, like, is this a generational thing? I noticed that a lot of the things that we are anti, like, I'm not putting my funds at yours because I would think that marriage, a lot of people say it's a business. Or if we're dating to marry. So I should be able to, like, it's a business, whatever they say.
But everybody
right?
isn't dating to marry, though, that I found out. Not just men. There are a lot of women that aren't dating to marry. They just want to date just to date. A lot of people don't want to get married.
Out there. Some of my friends, though, like my best friend, they have a joint account and she also has an account and he has an account. So the joint account, so the joint account is for like household and like my godchildren, right? Anything for them. And then he's got like a little slush fund and she got a little.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
But they're married. But if we're not married and we are working toward, or we have,
if we live together, that makes sense. We have a joint account, so we both putting in this amount of money every month, and we just pay the bills and what needs to be done at the house out of that account.
Okay, so now let's be vital about it. What type of questions do you ask before you get to the point of talking about finances? Are those like upfront first date type things?
I mean, I don't even know.
Well, you just think about it.
My last person, whatever we are. I can't. There have been times in which I've known people who've been like, "Yo, what's your credit score first?"
Yeah,
like you got.
Did you ask that?
I have never asked that because it was never really the people that I've sort of, my past. I don't think it was ever really an issue. Save maybe one.
I have a friend.
These answers are funny. Okay.
But mine is different because me and you have spoken about this. I have a friend that.
Wait, you have feathers on your ears? What?
Yeah, peacock feathers.
Can I see you?
Yeah, they can.
Earrings off, girl. My bad. Keep going.
Your
finances tight.
Okay. But I'm saying though, listen. So I have a friend who asked me. I let him know kind of like what I'm doing, what my plans are, what my goals are. He's like, well, what's your credit score? I told him. He was like, let me help you. So
let me help
let me help you. No strings attached to it. I just want to see you in a better position in your life to do what it is you need to do.
Y'all together?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it wouldn't be me.
Wow. But I will say I have known him since, 10th grade. So what's that? 2000? So 20-something years.
That's your man's, yeah.
I mean, we're friends. So if you're my friend and we had the basis of our relationship, whatever it may be, is friendship, you should want the best for me. So I appreciate it.
But can I trust you? Can I trust you? Not like, so however it is that you're helping me, now you may have access to my social.
Right.
Now you are, where do we have to be in our, whatever it is, in our situationship, entanglement, friendship, partnership?
I think that's time. I think that's based on time.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just wondering.
Because nobody I've ever dated has had access to my social. Ever.
It's crazy. Like, it's never been a relationship I've been in, right? Like, one of my homegirls a long time ago, she was down and out for a minute and like lost a gig. It was in between jobs and had to work these odd jobs. And we were never together. I used to give her like $200 a month.
Because you her friend. You care about her well-being.
Right. But like, if we was together, I don't know, man.
Would you, if y'all were together, would you have done that? Or would you even consider her?
Probably. I mean, I want to say, if you do that for your friend, right?
Right.
Like, I would hope that I do it for somebody that I'm like with biblically and.
But would you date her though, based on her financial status, or not her, or lack of financial
lack
status?
of finances might be unattractive.
If I like you, I like you.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. Can I ask y'all something?
What?
Absolutely.
All right. What if he makes? He got a good job. He a good dude, but you making like 80 and he making like 40. Y'all legit don't care.
I don't care.
You legit don't care.
We've dated less.
I was gonna say I once had 40. He had 6.
Okay.
So, like you said,
women date for love.
Don't do that. That's not always true.
We do.
Because I've had this conversation a lot with a lot of other people, and some people have said absolutely no.
They wouldn't do it.
Nope. And talking about women, they're like, nah, because
that's unfair.
But Black, maybe it's not unfair. Maybe I've experienced that enough to know, like, I need somebody that is where I am when it comes to my finances, and they understand and they have their own. So no, I'm not ever doing that again. I can understand it from that aspect where I've done it.
That.
Like, I'm not playing with no broke folk no more. What up, Dana King, Oliver? What you think about this topic tonight? Finances and relationships, or whatever they call them, whatever those situations are when you're involved with other people. Do you win, or how do you? Will you ever combine your finances with somebody else or give them access to yours? And what I'm hearing is when they are intimate relationships, it makes it cringeworthy. You want what from me?
Yeah, I don't know.
But my friend's like, yeah, shoot, I got $200. You can have it. Yeah.
Right.
$50. Go get yourself.
But you look at your friends differently than you look at your relationships. Could you see yourself dating that friend, or that friendship turning into something different
that I gave some money to?
Yeah.
I mean, this was so long ago, like she don't even live here no more.
But well,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, I look at it as investing in the person. Like,
yeah.
Well, depending on the situation. If you're just down and out and you don't have gas money and nothing to eat, no, like if it's that type of situation, oh man,
why you like that all the time though?
Back to my
this is bad.
My best friend, who is the father of my godchildren. So like when they got married, right before they got married, he was like, "Yeah, this ring, sure, whatever." But months before that, they were going to move in together, and he was like, "Yeah, the ring was nothing. It's like when I signed my name on a joint account. That's when I knew we was together."
That's what I don't understand. Like, what you'll have, and let's just be 100. You'll get involved with people that you don't even know their last name and be intimate with them physically.
Who doing that? Well,
shoot,
okay,
out here, I guess.
Yeah, they out here. So like they're doing that. Don't know your last name. Don't really know anything about you. But then you get serious when it comes to things like your debit card.
It's a lot of things though, right? Because I think some of it is probably accountability. If you got a joint account, then you know how I'm moving, and maybe I don't always want you to know how I'm moving,
right?
Right? Like, not even something bad, but just like, oh, I told you I came straight home, but I had to stop somewhere real quick and get a beverage. Not doing anything,
right.
but people get, people get a little weird about some of that stuff. So,
okay. So that's kind of what we're talking about just for the first part of the hour. What would you do? Have you ever? Why haven't you, when it comes to joining your finances with someone that you are seriously involved with? Would you do it? And it's because we're wrapping up Financial Literacy Awareness Month and just talking about how we are with our finances, our credit, our spending. Now, I do want to talk about that in relationship, and I have access to your money, Chuck.
Okay.
And we're putting in, like, I work, I make money every day, and every day I'm putting something in here. But then I go and I spend just random money because I like to shop. I just like different things. So I may go to TJ Maxx and spend $400.
You're getting a lot of stuff. Okay.
Like, that's kind of what happens. Go to TJ Maxx, get some stuff. I may get on Amazon tonight, order some stuff, and then you see the spending habit that we haven't discussed.
I mean, it can be, if it's not every month, because like everybody got something. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's often though. Like, I'm spending this. This is like,
people got vices.
Okay.
Like, this is weird. I will say that she good.
I don't know.
Doesn't sound like it.
I can't hear. So if I don't know your vices, or like if we haven't had the conversation about them, we haven't had the conversation about the vices, what happens?
We're gonna have a chat. We'll figure it out.
We're gonna have a chat and we'll be right back. You're listening to Vital on V94.9 W8 All right, V949 WATV. We are back. We got a caller. What you got for us?
Let me ask y'all a question.
Yes.
It seemed like y'all trying to put the cart before the horse.
Okay.
Okay. So with a joint account, let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
Now, if I'm putting my money in, you putting your money in. Who makes the decision on how the money gets spent?
It's both of our money, and we're putting it in this account. And like, I guess kind of to the example that I just shared, like we both put money in here, and after work, I'm going to spend $400 at I said TJ Maxx, right? Do I need to call you first? Is it that type? Like who makes a decision?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so if we doing payroll deducting, you putting maybe 100 and I'm putting 100. Now we got like about $600-700 saved up, and some goes on. If I want something, can I just take my money and spend it on what I want, or do you take my money and spend it on what you want? How do you do that?
All right, I think that's a fair question. We will answer it. You keep listening. Call back if you need to. So, my money, when it's ours, when it's together, it becomes ours. When it's individual, it's mine.
Right.
Am I keeping up with how much I put into our account so that I can say, well, Chuck, I put in 2,000 and I just spent 1,000. It was mine to spend.
In his example, keeping up with it because it's y'all putting in the same amount, so you know.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Look,
putting the cart before the horse.
Everybody, like I tell people, man, I don't mean to be chauvinistic, right? I feel like every man, whatever, got like 2 to 3% women in them, right? And so for my thing is, I have a bad day, I will go impulse purchase something.
Yes.
It used to be shoes. Like I'm in a fight with you. Like I'm about to go get something, make myself feel better.
Right.
So if we got a joint account, I don't know how that works. I mean, it should work because, like, we're in a fight, so expect it.
I think it worked. Right. You kind of know what it is. I got you some too. Like, I got you some cookies, but I got me these shoes.
I got these. My slippers is clean.
So, yeah, to the caller, it's nothing cookie cutter about that. I think it's all based on who you're with, what their expectations are for the money that comes in, what we do with it. It's conversation worthy. So that's why I ask, when do you have those conversations? When do you start saying, well, hey, like when you get upset, what do you do?
Yeah.
What like you said, what are your vices?
Yeah.
What's the most bizarre purchase that you've ever made?
Yeah.
Who do you owe the most money to? Are they school loans? Is it personal loans? Is somebody
credit cards?
Yeah, like what does your financial situation look like? And I am really curious to know if people are having those conversations. Like, do you have those conversations? It's that pillow talk.
Yeah. In your situation, in your example, right? Like me, for myself, I'm not checking no account every day, right?
No,
so like,
I
mean, because I'm not doing that. But I would imagine that you should tell me what happened before I find out. Like, so something happened, you had a bad day, you went and dropped, 400, a band, something, whatever, somewhere. Like when you get back home, sometime in the next couple of hours, you should probably let me know. You know what I mean? Like, don't just have it out there.
Oh, or try to sneak the bags in and put them in a closet or something like that, or get them sent to your work location and keep them in your trunk. Like I've heard and seen, and maybe done.
It sounds like you've done some of that, yo.
Some of it, but you got to think about what I do every day. Like I hear these things where, I let them stay in the trunk.
Yeah,
and then I knew that she wouldn't be home until I could move my shoe collection in. What?
Yeah, but just let me. Like I feel like you got to let me know before I find out.
Okay,
I think that's fair.
What up, AV? AV says, ain't no my money in marriage. Ain't no my money. Okay. Then he says, the way your spouse handles money should be well known and understood before marriage.
Is that AV Shabazz?
That is AV Shabazz.
Man, you better be out here still fighting for black folks.
He is. And buying up the block. So like
buying up the block.
In a situation like that, do we be, like my partner may not have the same financial vision that I have. We may have two totally different ideas of how to earn financial wealth, generational wealth, and all that, everything that we're talking about now. We may see that differently. And if you see something that's along the lines of what we do in our spare time or as our hobby or as our side passive income, and you go ahead and you purchase a property. I've seen that on the show. I saw that on Love and Hip Hop Huntsville, where the husband bought a whole property.
Okay.
And he brought the wife to it to see it after it was already purchased.
Okay.
Now,
Did that cause some stress?
Yeah, it did. She was upset about it, and she didn't even like the property. He was like, well, this is what we do. Like, this one is for you. This is for us. Baby, I don't even like this.
Doesn't matter if it derives income. And you also talking about a scripted show. So, like, was she really mad? Like, I don't know.
Reality.
Okay.
But that's what happened. And things like that do happen. I got this for you. I got it for us.
I feel like you got to trust somebody. Right. Like, so especially if they're successful in it, if they're successful in flipping property, buying, like I said, you just mentioned AV buying up the block. Omar, all these cats is buying this stuff. Right. And so I feel like the people they are with should know, look, I've seen you be successful at this before.
Right.
I got to trust you on this.
Trust me with it. I showed you that I can do it multiple times. Right. We're still doing it. So let's be a team in it. So like the financial piece of existence, like that's important to us even as single. Like it's important that you have something for yourself, something that you can see later, you can look back at, or you can give to your children, whatever the case may be. You really want to be able to do that without any pushback from somebody else.
Right.
If I buy and flip old school cars, you may not be into that, but you see what you see that is lucrative, and it makes me happy.
Them shoes I got you. You came from these cars.
Right. So when do those conversations happen? And so for those of you who are tuned in, have you ever, how did it go? Because one thing that I do find out is when people split,
it gets messy.
It's messy. It's no longer that, oh, well, I love you and I did that out of the kindness of my heart because we were together. No, it's run me my so-and-so bag.
Right.
Give me my half of that. I want this because you got this with me. I invested in it. So hence the reason that we're having this conversation to conclude Financial Awareness Month, Financial Literacy Month. When do you have these conversations? What are you saying? Or do you not share and give and build together?
It's all circumstantial, yo. Like, depends on who you are and who you with.
I think that children in business may make it imperative for you to share financial conversations. If it's for the sake of our child or for our children, well, look, we can't afford this right now, but I thought that we could. So why can't we? Show me why we can't.
Right.
Show
me the math. Make the math.
Right. The reason that they can't participate or the reason that whatever. So what are your thoughts? 994-8949, 994-8949. We got about 20 minutes. Chopping it up for an hour tonight. Just because you have to kind of work yourself back into stuff in 2 hours. It was just a lot didn't happen this week. But there are some things that did happen.
I can tell you something that happened over the last 2 weeks.
What happened? I'm going to go lock the door.
Okay. Hey, folks. So I first started this run coming in here talking about court stuff, yo. Like, so now, right now, as of this moment, it's 771 of y'all out there with warrants on you because you didn't come to court. So again, I keep saying, if y'all outside doing all this other kind of stuff, because y'all outside, y'all can come to court. That's it.
So basically, you hip them to the fact that you have started back.
Yep.
Municipal court has started back. What does it look like?
771 people got warrants out there.
So they aren't coming?
And I'm not even caught up on last week yet. So it's going to be, whenever I get caught up on last week, it's going to easily be like 1,100 people. So come to court, yo. Also, the mayor did something big again. He did that whole parting thing again.
He did for 420.
On 420.
That was big. Who is your guest? That is Judge Chuck Price. Look right here. Let me show you.
Hello.
Hello. So you see it from a side view because he doesn't have social media.
I'm not in my suit because you told me it was only an hour, so I didn't have enough time coming from Dega.
No.
That's why I need to take a shower.
No need to, no concern. But yeah, the mayor did do the pardons again. And I wonder what was the outcome of that?
We don't know yet. It's going to take some time. When he did it the last time, I think he said it was 15,000 people. It wasn't. I'll be honest with you. It was less than that. Part of the problem is, or one of the things that everybody has to understand about that is, and they did a much better job this time.
Okay.
Your case has got to be concluded. So if you got an open case and you still owe some money, or you still taking drug tests, or you still doing community service, you ain't been pardoned yet. Your case has got to be closed. Gotcha. It's got to be completely done. And then at that point in time, it is a blanket pardon. Now, what people don't know is that happened all the way up until 4/20 of 2022, right? So between now and next year, I'm assuming he's going to do it again. But let's say that you get caught up on the charge and you pay some money or whatever. He also has a program called Pardons for Progress. So if you slip through the cracks, like say you get a possession case, you plead guilty this upcoming week, but it's going to interfere with your job. As soon as you are done with that case, you can go to you can Google pardons for progress. It'll take you to the mayor's website. You fill out some information and then you hit send. And he ain't said no to anybody yet. So there's a way. You don't have to wait for the blanket pardon to happen.
Okay.
So
pardon. Pardon means excuse me or like, hey,
it's done.
Clear me, right?
Because once you've been pardoned, you can then get the arrest expunged off your record. That's the whole point of this.
Okay.
That's why he's doing it.
And because we know that so many people are in the judicial system because of substance use and abuse. But from my point, it's an argument that most people would not make, but a lot of people, tons of people self-medicate with marijuana usage.
Oh, I hear it.
And it is like,
I hear it at least 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh yeah, and it's accurate. Like this is something in these moments that I am inebriated, I am high, I am able to escape this moment of, I'm able to escape my reality. My reality is not as good as yours. It's depressing. It's traumatic, right? It is. There are things that I've done that I don't want to. I need to smoke, and then I get pulled over or something happens, and they find the weed on me. Then I get charged with, depending on how much it is, I may get charged with trafficking. Right. My whole life changes even more.
Yep.
So I'm for the pardons,
right?
But it's not. I mean, so does it involve trafficking as well?
No, because this, again, the mayor can only control things on the city level, so it's just misdemeanors. You got to talk to Danny Carr and the sheriff probably after May 24th.
Okay.
About all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But like they have similar things because, at the county level and also in the city level, I mean, we got diversionary programs. So like there are things that you can do, sign up for something, and then when you get done, you've never pled guilty and the case is closed. And then you can also still work to get the arrest off your record.
Okay.
So we try to help folks, man.
Absolutely. Good to know. And I always talk about the mental piece, the behavioral piece, the reason why we do the things that we do. I feel like if we knew more about our whys, it wouldn't be so many. On the flip side, I need to be pardoned. I got a feeling. Well, nah, we understood and actually dealt with the stuff head on. Like we don't deal with things.
Like for example,
we don't deal with
this happened on Friday. So this guy's cat was on probation, blah 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 blah. And one of the things is he had to take a drug test. So waiting. As they say, he couldn't produce. I'm like, man, you better drink some water. What's up? Like, so he sat there for an extensive period of time, all the way into the afternoon docket. Finally took a drug test and failed. I'm like, man, you've been here all day. Like, what's up? When is the last time you did whatever it is to make you be unsuccessful on this drug test? He said, 5 days ago. I said, man, you knew you was coming to court. What's up? He said, my cousin died. I said, you could have just told me that up front. I'm gonna give you another shot. I mean, don't,
we keep talking about it.
So do what you got to do, but especially, if you know that you on paper somewhere, you're not supposed to be doing this, like you can stop smoking. It ain't, come on now.
You can.
You can.
You definitely can. But are you willing to? Do you have the skills to? Do you have some type of intervention or another coping skill? Have you learned that yet? And most people have not.
Right. What about something else? I mean,
No.
Yes.
That is not how it goes.
Go run a mile.
Yeah, there's definitely, you have to definitely know how to retrain your brain and do something different so that you can get some different outcomes. And that's hard for a lot of people to do. My mom asked me today, so you don't have anything that you're addicted to that you're hooked on? I was like, nope. There are things that I like that I may do a little bit more than the next person of, but I can acknowledge if it is abusive, if it is addictive, if it's a problem. I can acknowledge that.
I have an addiction.
Okay.
Cheese.
Really?
It's legit. Yeah. If you know me, if somebody's listening and they know me, it's a problem. Like for real.
A problem like every day?
I spend a lot of money at Whole Foods every week on cheese.
What kind of cheese? Any kind of cheese? You try cheeses?
Yeah, but like mostly the funkier the better. So like blue cheese, Roquefort, like blue cheese. Okay. Apois. I mean, I can go through a list.
The fact that you are well versed in the cheeses, though, that speaks.
The worse they smell, the better. The more I love it. I can legit say to myself, "All right, I'm good. I'm not gonna go to Whole Foods this week. Probably later, as soon as it comes out my mouth. Probably later that day."
Okay, so
it's a true addiction.
Okay,
if you know me, the people that know me, they will be like, "Nah, he's serious."
I thought I knew. Maybe I don't, because that's the thing. I can't say that about anything. I have seasons of things that I like. that I may indulge in for a few days. Like, okay, I like this. I'm gonna go today. I go maybe Wednesday and then maybe Friday. And then after that, it's a wrap.
I'm cool.
I'm good.
Yeah. No, cheese is a problem. Like I legit thought about giving up cheese for Lent, and I was like, I can't do
that. How did it start?
I mean, this is like 15 years in the game on this.
Oh wow.
Probably with my sister. Charcuterie boards before y'all knew what they were.
Oh my! And how to say it?
And right before y'all knew what they were.
Oh my goodness!
They all in vogue now.
We want some olives and some
pretzels.
It's all about exposure right here on Vital tonight. Just different things, so we could tie all this stuff together. Mike Tyson acted out on a plane. Do we know why yet? Was bothered. The guy was being obnoxious, basically.
I mean, do we know what he said or what he was doing, or
I haven't heard any further details. The guy, so basically Mike Tyson, and I'm wondering what section were they sitting in? It looked really.
I heard somebody at my job said something about it. That man got a tattoo on his face. Why are you messing with him, yo? And he Iron Mike Tyson.
Iron Mike Tyson.
He looks strong. What's wrong with you?
The guy was excited that he was sitting behind Mike Tyson. For those of you who haven't heard, I talked about it during the day show, but he was sitting behind him, and there's a picture that the first picture is like just like us, how we are now.
Okay.
And Mike is sitting in front of the guy. Somebody from across the plane took the picture of them.
Okay.
I don't know if the guy actually got Mike to take a selfie on his own first or not. I'm not sure, but a picture was taken.
Okay.
At first, Mike entertained it a little bit, like, oh, okay, hey, yeah, good, nice to meet you, good to see you, boom, boom, boom. I'm on my flight, I'm chilling. I don't know if the guy said something. I would hope that he said something offensive.
Hopefully.
Like, it had to have been something to trigger Mike Tyson to do this, because a few months ago, he was at a comedy show, and a dude walked in and had a gun pulled.
Oh, really?
Stood right in front of Mike Tyson, and Mike clapped.
Okay.
But you punched the white boy out till he bleeds on the plane.
I mean, it had to be something, because like might be high as giraffe. Oh, I can't say that. He'd be high as giraffe. Something.
He
right?
won't be pardoned.
And because he's high every day. Like, I mean, he got his own business and all that. So like, if you that blow and you still get them hands, like,
so it had to have really been something, but it has not broken yet. What was said? What did the guy say? But he has lawyered up. The guy has attorneys that are going to defend him. He's going to probably get some money because it was excessive.
He ain't gonna get a lot though. Like, Mike's finances ain't what people think they are, but
Mike Tyson's hand, you know how you have some people, your hands are considered weapons, and if you do something like this, you will be charged.
They were at one point.
All right.
In the state of New York.
All right.
And in Vegas when he was active. Yeah, 100%. So now, I mean, you know, how old is Mike? 50 something?
Mm-hmm. Probably middle 50s.
He's still swole. Like, why would you mess with? He got a tattoo on his face. What?
Don't know the story, but that is what happened. I'm trying to see if anything has happened locally that we want to talk about or that is coming up that is worth the discussion.
Hey man, it's an election on May 24th. Y'all need to get out there and vote.
Definitely an election, and I don't know that I don't know. So the governor's race is something that Okay, let me ask the question. I won't say anything about Are we concerned about the governor's race?
Like that she's not going to win?
Just period. Have we been conditioned to not even be concerned about the governor's race because we know that it's a Republican state and that they do what they want?
So. I mean, the problem in Alabama is straight ticket voting. So, you know, now I don't know that she's going to win. They have her polling right now at like 51.5%. So she could, if you trusted the polls, win without a runoff. But look, the reason I'm talking about elections coming up, you got to vote locally. Your judges, Absolutely. Your sheriffs, you know, district attorneys, those are people who the governor is not going to impact your life that much. Yeah, you can talk about Medicaid expansion and all that. Sure, it'd be great to have more money. Mm-hmm. But these local people, that's when you need to exercise your voice, man. And so, like, you know, again,
May 24th, vital votes.
I talked about it when Danny was here. Like, you know, Danny being a DA doing a jobs fair, like that's unheard of. A second chance job. So your votes mattered because it could have been somebody else. And a bunch of people got jobs. And if it was somebody else there, you know, it's what it is.
Right. So I would say the people that listen to talk shows probably vote.
I think so.
So
older Black women.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, it seems like they don't vote across the board. Like the millennials, I'm sorry to talk about y'all, but they just don't vote. They vote for a person, but they don't vote consistently. Like, I'm gonna go vote for you, but I don't care about all this other stuff.
No, this race was lit. It was exciting, and it was a lot of controversy, and it had us watching and paying attention. So y'all voted in that one, but then this one comes around. What?
Right. All these folks that just voted for the mayor and city council, they might not vote in these county races. They just might not.
I've been having the same conversation for 15 years on air. And 14 years on air, same conversation all the time. Like, hey, make sure you get out and vote. Bringing people in, having sit downs with the candidates. I would hope that our work and our mission and our t-shirt wearing and going out and having these different events has inspired and empowered somebody. But it gets difficult when you continue to see the same things over and over again.
That's true.
And then you get on Facebook and you see the same people that did vote complain about it and make Facebook statuses.
Man, if you're not voting, you asleep at the wheel. I don't want to hear you complain about nothing.
All right. That is that part. 994-8949. If you want to chime in on the conversation. If something has happened that we've missed, hey, hit me up and let me know. 994-8949. In studio right now, Lady Woo and Chuck.
Yeah, and we ain't even judging today. I ain't got no time.
Yep. Oh, you got to have a time to be.
Yeah, that's when I talk about my job for real.
Okay.
Today, I just, let's hug it out.
We got you. Miss Black had to leave. We will keep her and her family in our prayers.
100%.
Yeah. So I'm scrolling social, and one thing that I did notice is that Birmingham loves a brunch, and I just want to talk about this before we go. I just got to say it. Brunch is a meal.
Yeah.
It's a meal that combines breakfast and lunch.
Brunch.
Period. A lot of people, I've heard people say, well, yeah, you can only do brunch on Sunday.
No.
What?
No.
I heard that. Yeah. Somebody's like, well, yeah, I heard it was, it's only on Sunday. No, it's not. It's a meal that you can do. You eat breakfast Monday through Sunday, right?
No, what they meant was this day party was on Sunday they went to.
The day party right. Like,
you and your
let's be
linens.
clear, right? The brunch is a meal.
Right.
The event that surrounds the brunch is an event.
That's
it's
right.
a party.
That's right.
And when we have those, you need to pull up. We are doing the brunch again, June 20th.
No, you plugged yourself. Okay.
June 25th, B94.9, WATV, and of course, VEMA, Vital Entertainment and Media Associates. We'll be doing the brunch again. It was a success. It was great. It was a much needed event. But it's a meal that brings people together in the middle of the day so that they can day drink and have fun before it gets late.
Right.
Then by
Sunday fun day.
Yeah, but not just Sunday.
Right. But you can brunch any day. The parties you're going to is on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, like I cannot believe y'all didn't. So exposure is a thing. That's why your vice of cheese. I ain't even mad at that.
Yeah, like it's
that would be something that you
money.
could expose some people to though. Like, hey, try something different. Sharp cheddar is not the only kind of cheese.
Nah, yeah.
What's wrong with y'all?
It's not.
So
provolone, you can do better. Do different. Not better. Do different.
Do different. Try things.
Right.
Try something different. So exposure all summer long. I'm looking to do different. Just go different places. And I've always done that, but I really want to be intentional about falling into a place and saying, "Oh, this was amazing."
Yep. And
then maybe sharing bits and pieces of it with you guys, not the full thing, because as soon as you share it, it's just not the same.
Yeah, it's a wrap at that point. But people keep talking about like my man Dave Johnson, Fly Dave. Yeah, he's always on this.
That's his thing.
He's always on a rant about like, y'all be talking about nothing to do in Birmingham, and he'll list a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
And then people will start to like, what's the better word? Because I can't curse on it. They'll start to poo-poo on it, right? Like, and he's like, well, y'all, it's a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, people. Okay, so before we get out of here, I once heard, we talked about it on Vital, where somebody was saying, it's not our, did she say it wasn't our type of place, or I don't feel comfortable going to that type of something like
That's
something
on you.
to that.
That's on her.
Yeah, like it's nowhere in Birmingham that I don't feel comfortable. It's only one place in the state that is blatantly, I want to say exit 99 on the way to, it's the Confederate store, the general store, and they got that's the only place I would have to have somebody go with me to.
I mean, I'll pull up there. So I used
we can go together.
Yeah. I used to do this thing, and my friends would tell you, like, be like a black people takeover. So like, there are a lot of people who know about Collins because like we used to like randomly be like, I'm like, yo, y'all pull up here. Like, where is that? Blah, 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 blah.
It's one of my favorites.
You ain't got to go somewhere that's always got fried chicken, right? Like you can go somewhere else. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. And be exposed to something different.
Collins, Queens Park, like a lot of there. I'm not saying I'm the reason, but there are a lot of black people that I know that never would have rocked with these spots.
Wouldn't even stop in them.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, it's it's not platinum, it's not lit, it's not plum ashes. Like, no, you can still pull up.
Absolutely.
And the folks are cool.
Absolutely. We got to do more of that, getting out, being exposed, because one thing is for sure, gentrification looks a certain way. It looks like people are coming in, taking stuff from us. But I kind of feel like if we get out more and get connected with those people, they will start to learn about who we are in these places. And maybe there will be some, some conversations about, hey, well, don't let me partner, let me get, like something. When you make friends in other places, or at least associates and acquaintances, you learn other things, you're exposed to concepts and ideas, and you can bring them back to your community before somebody takes it. That's kind of my thought.
Yeah, like two of my friends about to open up a bar called Continental Drift. It's where the old Berthon's Cleaners is going to be, and I'm trying to make it jump, and it's going to be cool because one of them, it's two owners, one's black, one's white.
Okay.
And I'm trying to have everybody pull up.
We want that gray area.
Yeah, I'm a DJ up there a couple of times too, so like we're gonna have the thing whamming.
So things are happening.
Yeah,
things are happening. They got to come over here and advertise. Talk to Woo.
Cornell Wesley doing a bunch of big stuff. The swag stuff that's happening.
Yes.
From May 26th.
The HBCU. Yeah. Yup. So some things happening, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be keeping in touch with all of the people who are bringing dope stuff to the city, and then we may even be traveling to some things. So pay attention to the social media so that you can know where Vital goes, so that you can go and be a part of stuff too. One thing is for sure, if you stay within the city limits, that's all you know. But if you don't move around in the city limits, you don't even know that.
Yeah.
Right? Like you got to move around. You got to get out, see some things, meet some people, try some things, eat some cheese.
Like I remember me and Kristen took one of my homeboys to Bamboo for the first time. He was so shook. He was like, I mean, where's the chicken? And I'm like, hey man, there's so much other stuff. Like, we're here, we got you. He's still like, where's the chicken? Like the fried chicken. I'm like, no, boss. We had Bamboo. Like, come on.
The jerk, maybe. Right. Exposure is a thing. And I think for adults to become exposed, like we got like 2 minutes. How, and I'm going to ask this question hypothetically because I do have an answer for it. How do you teach adults that it's okay to be different or to try different?
I don't know. Take them different places, and when they have a cool time. Like, think about how Black people sort of took over Roots and Revelry, right? Like, it took some time, but now everybody's like, oh, Roots and Revelry, I like that place. East West. Black folks love East West on Wednesdays for whatever reason.
It's the wings.
But like, but for a long time, you ain't seen no Black people there. So it takes somebody breaking the seal, somebody that you cool with saying it. Right, and then you come through, and then it's like, oh, this spot is dope.
So on Thursdays, I'm really working on this. I asked about a well-traveled individual or a travel agent joining me on the show to talk about, to give insight to places that people should go, things they should be involved in. You know, everybody travels to Cancun.
Yeah.
They all travel to, where else people go?
Playa del Carmen.
Really? There? Okay.
Now.
Okay. But it's a whole world to see and do.
Everybody want to go to
enjoy.
Dubai. I don't know why.
Yeah, now there either, but Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
I saw now Elizabeth Stanton. I don't know if y'all watch Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World, but it's a young white girl and her friends, and they go and do these adventures, and it is a really educational show. If you don't have your passport, you don't have to get it particularly for a trip. You can get it and have it, and then go.
Every adult should have a passport, by the way.
Get a passport. I want to say $183 right now.
Yeah.
Go to the post office, make an appointment, and go get your passport. And travel. Does it take a lot of money to travel? It takes some money.
Some, but like the money that you spend in popping bottles here, like just stack your coins up and go somewhere else. Like I tell people, my friends know I'm fun here. I'm super fun when I leave the city.
Right.
Nobody knows who I am. Let's go.
Like that balcony right there. They don't know what's here. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Gregory says, stop being scared to be and show different. Like, don't be scared, right? Yeah. Don't be afraid to get out.
That's tough for some people, though.
It is.
You know, not everybody is extroverted. So, you know, a lot of people won't just go somewhere by themselves.
I hate it for them because that's some of the most peaceful, insightful times that I've had by myself. Like, I can go to the beach and be by myself with my thoughts, with people say, with the universe, with my God, just kind of taking the moments and the sounds and sights in. And I come back so restored and ready to see and do something different.
Go with a friend of yours or two. But when, you know, once you get to 4, somebody's money going to be messed up. So, you know, keep.
Yeah. And then they running late.
Yeah. We ain't waiting no more.
No, I don't like any of that. I don't like any of that. Well, yeah, we've been planning since June, but I thought I was going to be.
Nah. All right, cool.
Bye.
Hey, we'll send you a picture.
Bye. I'm about to send y'all a picture tonight too. So for the next hour, you're gonna get music. We're back to the streets. Next Sunday, we will have I think we got Isaac Cooper next week.
I just saw him.
Really?
Yeah, it was I guess he don't care. He was at the.
I don't say where he was.
I was at Talladega.
Oh, it's a super speedway. See, that's different.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
It's different. I love speed too. All right. So next Sunday, be sure to tune in the morning, 10 a.m. right here on V94.9 WATV. Lady Woo's Midday Fun Trade. Thank you, Chuck.
Anytime, boss.
All right.
Yeah, there's a bunch of us up there.